Hi, this is Bet reporting from northern Siskiyou County in the community of Hornbrook, California. This is where the Klamathon fire happened in July of 2018. 82 structures burned during the Klamathon fire, including the Hornbrook Community Association building, which is just beyond this sign here. The Hornbrook Community Association, which was the old Hornbrook Grange, which was built sometime in the early 1920s. If you take a look over this way, if you could come over this way, Pat, I just want to explain a little bit where we are. This is, over here is the Interstate 5, so we're in the Interstate 5 corridor here. And if you look back this way, this road right here beyond the sign here is the old Oregon Trail. The old Oregon Trail that you've probably heard about, the Wagon Train Oregon Trail. And this other road that goes in front of where the old Hornbrook Grange used to be is the Main Street, which actually used to be the old Emigrant Trail that runs on the northern bank of the Klamath River. So I wanted to talk a little bit about some things that have changed in Hornbrook since the fire. Some things have changed for the better, and some things are not quite up to par, but we're affirming that things will be better for us in the future. I'd like to show you how the community is coming together. It's a very positive story. I'd love to share it with you. The historic Grange building was built in the early 1920s and was built on the site of the old Keystone Bar pictured here in a photo from the Siskiyou County Historical Museum. The old community building was the only public meeting place in Hornbrook when it burned down in the Klamathon fire. Local resident John Brummel, who lived behind the Grange, died in the fire, and the community's water reservoir was also destroyed. So the unincorporated town of Hornbrook was met with challenges. Since the fire, the Hornbrook Community Association has gathered the public together for community meetings at the school, potlucks in the park, community cleanups, a Klamathon fire homecoming block party, and other social gatherings at Cottonwood Pizza.
Sitting on a bar stool, kinda short and kinda square, through the foam in his mustache, his voice filled the air, talking about a state of mind, son, talking about the state of Jefferson, settles in your soul.
Yes. This is the third open mic night at the First and Last Chance Saloon.
Technically, it's the second open mic night. The first one was a performance by Ed Evangelista and Joe the Marine. So our first open mic was really last month. So this is only our second one. Yeah.
So what do you think's coming out of this? What are you surprised about?
Well, this month, I don't know anyone in there, which is really surprising. Like last month it was pretty cozy and local. We knew most of the people, but this month we have way more activity. It's impressive what word of mouth can do.
Where you live.
Hello, my name is Brandy Hammond. I live here in Hornbrook, California. We are new residents. We've traveled a lot of places. Long story, but I've done a lot of music in a lot of different areas of California, Texas. But we moved here to be closer to my older son, and we came in here one day and she was talking about open mics, and I said, hey, I sing. And a couple weeks later, she was letting me know that somebody was starting one once a month, and I thought, this is what this community really needs right now is the common good to pull together, because they've been through so many things, and you could feel it. When we moved in, we could feel that this town had really been struggling to pull itself together, and we're not giving up, and we've been here a long time. And that's the kind of communities I like to be a part of, the kind of communities where people pull together.
It brings people out of their little shells and their little worlds that we're all afraid of. And it kind of puts you in a very uncomfortable place to help the community grow.
Yeah. And since our first Friday, have you seen any change or any growth since our first Friday open mic, or how do you feel?
I have seen neighbors that I have never seen before come out tonight.
Am I your neighbor?
You are my neighbor. Beth behind the camera is one of my neighbors that I have not previously met before. So it's nice to meet new neighbors, and it's going back to the beginning of our country. I mean, the tavern was a place for the community to come together, and so coming together at open mic and meeting your neighbors and strengthening the community, it can't hurt.
And Joe, there's amazing artists out here. I would, obviously, definitely recommend people come out first of the month, bring their talent, bring their ears.
Well, everyone's really excited to see live music. We've already had a metal band play, which I was surprised how many people were excited about that. But we're doing a little Halloween, and now we have another local musician playing original songs right here, and people are excited, and it's our list is growing, so that's fun. Well, the Hornbrook Community Association sponsored this project after the fire to talk about how we could rebuild our town. So Healing Hornbrook, the conversation is enormous. What are our problems as a small rural community that was suffering even before a fire? And now we need to learn how to rebuild together in something that is involving everyone and is inclusive in all ways.
So, what is it like getting different groups of people together? How does that feel?
Really natural, frankly. Like, we all do live in the same place and have same similar stories of how we got here and what we want to see for our future. And that was what was really surprising, is that we did come up with goals. Overall, we decided we want a clean, vibrant, safe community. And with those three things, we've been able to start different initiatives for our town that people can get involved in, and that's been really successful.
The Klamath River and Cottonwood Creek flow nearby the town of Hornbrook. Hornbrook is fortunate to have water. However, the community's water system, although functioning, is not without issues, since the covered holding facility still has not been repaired since the Klamathon fire. To repair the facility, Hornbrook's local water board will need 2 new members to be elected this March of 2020. Candidate requirements are to be a registered voter in the service area of Hornbrook Community Services District. Applications are available at the Siskiyou County Clerk's Office in Wairika. This has been Bette Peterson reporting from Hornbrook for the Siskiyou Media Council.